Good day, everyone. I trust everyone is well and having a fantastic weekend. So I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the movements from the previous week and compare that against the daily market analysis which were posted. And from there, we can analyze what actually happened versus what we almost were predicting to happen based on the markets. And perhaps from there, we can gauge into the future movements or what could potentially happen. However, please note that this will not be a video showcasing what will come next week that we will do in our weekly flows video tomorrow. This is just more of an analysis of past price action for the week. So as you can see here, I have posted two gray lines. These two gray lines represent the beginning of the week to the end of the week. So we will just be analyzing within this bracket based on the analysis which has passed. So starting with NAS 100, what we can observe is at the beginning of the week, we definitely expected a push higher. Well, that was my bias, was a push higher. Seeing the strong close on Friday, strong bullish close on Friday, the 28th of Feb, it was only rational to expect that markets would retest this level at 20,700 and keep pushing up. Market had other plans and it actually respected the bearish trend line. The bears remained in control here. This was just a basic retracement. And we can observe that it was actually a break and retest level right there. Right there at 21,000. We can see that price came back up, retested the 21,000 level, and actually pushed below the support of 20,700. And once it pushed below the support of 21,000, it found support, a new support at 20,000, and it found a break. It found the break and retest level at 20,700, which now became the new resistance level. So for all intents and purposes, we can actually change this to red because it is now a break and retest level, and we can remove this one. Okay, so on the 4 hour, we can see that we did have some bearish divergence, a lot of bearish divergence actually. We can see that markets pushed down hard here. It didn't need as much volume and momentum to get down here, and then final push, and then another one right there. But RSI has major divergence at this point, and it only makes sense that the market needs to correct at some point. And looking at the way the market is forming, it looks like the correction could come in the coming week. But again, we'll analyze that in the later flows. So how I adjusted my strategy was I was definitely looking for the buy zones here. And so unfortunately, I did get in on this trade, but it was a very quick one. I wrote it down to about this level here at 20,160, and then I closed my trade. But for the most part, these signals did not give me confirmations. As we can see on the 1 hour, we had a bearish engulfing on the break and retest, but we did not get a confirmation, a bearish confirmation candle after that. So that invalidated the trade almost. I'm going to delete some of these here. These are, yeah. So it invalidated the trade. So I did not trade there. Here on Thursday, in the morning, I unfortunately missed these two opportunities. So this was a nice bullish engulfing right there. Market was in a strong consolidation upon the break and retest level of 20,700, or let's say 20,620. Followed that engulfing was a confirmation candle at 10 o'clock. This would have been a beautiful opportunity to have gotten in on over here. With the break and retest, stop loss above our wicks at 20,700 and all the way down for 1:2 risk to reward ratio. That would have been prime. But anyway. Other than that, I don't think there was any other opportunity, other short opportunities I would have taken. So it would have only been based upon this trade and this trade. So only two short opportunities as my bias for the week was long. So coming into the new weekly flows, obviously we want to see that this bearish trend line gets respected, but we're also cognizant of the bearish divergence on the 4-hour RSI. Looking at US 30, so US 30 pretty much played out exactly as expected. So markets closed very bullish, and it found its resistance at the break and retest level as predicted at 43,960. And if we were to just go into the 1 hour, that was on Monday at 5 o'clock, and we got beautiful wick rejections followed by strong confirmation candles in bullish engulfing. So with that, we took a nice long trade. I closed out my trade here because I didn't want to trade beyond this. This was a support when I was trading. And seeing the wick rejection, it was only right that I took my profits out at 43,180. After that, markets consolidated for a bit on the 1 hour throughout the morning on Tuesday before finally breaking out at around 2 o'clock. I didn't really see any signals on the 1 hour that signified that this break was significant, but of course, markets will do what the markets will do, and at 4 o'clock, the markets just absolutely dropped. For the rest of the week, it pretty much just traded within a consolidative range. I did take this trade here, but of course, once the spike up happened, I just waited for price to come back to the support, and I took my profits. So there was one trade right there. And I thought that would have actually broken beyond support, but unfortunately, I was not confident enough to hold it for a longer period of time, and that's okay. So I took a 1:1.48, and decent profit. I mean, any profit's good profit, but of course, the markets were in a consolidation, and it was very tight range consolidation. Other than that, the markets were just pretty much bouncing off the support at 42,428, and the markets closed with a bullish stance. And I do feel that this break and retest level that's now resistance at 43,100 will be retested again before markets drop. So looking forward to seeing how that plays up. The bullish buy is still very much intact there. Looking at gold, very much didn't play out how we expected. I expected much more downside. I did not figure that this would be such a strong support level, and I also figured that this gap would need to be closed. But again, the markets will do what the markets does. And on Monday and Tuesday, the markets pushed very strongly bullish, and unfortunately I didn't get any trades. But from Tuesday after 4 o'clock, it just very much consolidated between the break and retest zone, turned resistance at 20,925 and 2,897. So right now, still in that consolidation zone. A break to either side will give us a better indication of market directionality. But yeah, I was very much looking for shorts on this pair, and those bulls surprised me, and I didn't really have a lot of time to adjust the strategy. So I did not trade gold last week. Oh, the surprising one. So Euro USD. Euro USD definitely took me for a ride. I very much expected this resistance. Actually, not even this. Yeah, well, this resistance as well as this resistance here at 1.059 to hold. But damn, once it broke this, the floodgates were open, and this pair moved very bullish throughout the week. I mean, I couldn't even get time. I took one trade, and I closed it up pretty early at around here. But damn, did this trade ever make money. Wow. So yeah, markets moved very bullish. So we have new confirmed market directionality as we can take a look on the daily. Clear signs that this double bottom formation was a lot stronger than anticipated. Clean break off this level. We will need to see some type of recess soon. We can see on the daily RSI, we are in that overextended region, and markets will correct accordingly. On the 4 hour, we can see, please excuse me, on the 4 hour, we can see we passed 85 on the RSI. So definitely a correction imminent. Potential levels where I would say correction could move towards before further push up would be 1.051 or 1.052 rather. However, again, there's just so many places where this can turn around. So I think it's just to be observant with this pair once the retracement is actually enacted. But yeah, very surprising. Definitely didn't see such a strong bullish push come, but that also was due to fundamentals. Euro JPY also moved in a consolidation phase. We did have a break below and then a break back into that consolidation zone. But on Monday, we had a breakout, break back in, and then we just collected, or the market just collected all the liquidity it needed for a strong bullish push up. Unfortunately, I didn't get anywhere close to trading this pair. The signal was provided, I just wasn't at my laptop at the time. And the pair just moved so fast, I didn't have time to execute a trade. So unfortunately, didn't get a trade here, but definitely played out as expected. We had a consolidative phase, markets broke up, and then just kept moving. And take this out, this isn't valid. And then for the rest of the week, after Thursday, the markets just very much bounced upon this break and retest level of 159.300 and pretty much just stayed within a consolidative phase. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. Obviously, please tune in tomorrow for the weekly flows where I'll give a breakdown of what we can expect for the week ahead. Definitely a surprising week. Definitely had some wild cards in the mix, and super strong fundamental week, which makes sense as to why the markets were erratic. We definitely need to place more of an emphasis on fundamentals, and also just be a little bit more cognizant of the confluences which are added to our trades. I mean, even just here, for example, we can see that strong breakout was an indication the bulls were taking control. So being wary about that, and even if it's a break of consolidation, just the collection of liquidity. So yeah, I mean, it's just reading the signs, reading the signals, and figuring out the confluences. But I hope you enjoyed this video. It's just something new that I'm trying to stay accountable to the daily market analysis and the weekly flows which I create. And I hope it becomes a stable, and I hope everyone likes it. So please like and subscribe if you like it, and please remember this is not financial advice, but rather my own opinions on the markets. I will catch you tomorrow for the weekly flows video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers.